Well, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome to Whispering Hope Weather Update. We are here this afternoon to bring you a weather update, and the man who is responsible for doing that is the expert, Mr. Meteorologist Lenard Josiah. Mr. Josiah, good afternoon.
Good
How are you
afternoon to
coping?
you.
Did you
Man,
have
good
a
afternoon
day
to you,
on
my
the
brother.
beach today with your umbrella and your straw in your pina colada, virgin pina colada, that is?
Oh man, no, brother, I did not. I was home today watching, doing a few things around. Got some showers around by me. Some people are complaining that they did not get some showers, but I got some passing showers over by me. I'm just so thankful. But we're in the month of September, and the month of September is heating up pretty well. What about you? How was your day? You should have felt a little bit more warmer today
It's a
because
little
like you.
warm in our neck of the woods here.
Yes,
Nothing to
yes,
talk about, to write home about. Um,
yes.
we're hoping that we can get some rain. Maybe we are being spared because of our situation just across the road before we get home. So they're sparing us so we can traverse in and out.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm just hoping that you guys can settle up that problem right there because it's a real problem for you guys if the rain was to come and come heavy, you know. But we are in the month of September, brother, and we're going through September, going into October, and heavy rainfall can happen at any short time. So it's one of those things that I know that you're concerned about, and what can I say? But just keep your eyes focused on the hurricane season and see what is happening so that you can be kept abreast. I hope everything is okay other than that though.
Sure. Yeah.
Great stuff. Well, my brother, we had a tropical storm over the weekend. When I say we had a tropical storm, we did not have wind impacts from it. We did not have any impacts from it. Tropical Storm Peter, and we gave birth to Tropical Storm Peter during the course of the weekend. And it's rather interesting to know that I'm sharing my screen right now, and you're seeing how the Atlantic hurricane season, where the areas of interests are. And you could see Tropical Storm Peter located right there at 5 o'clock this afternoon, 45 miles, 45 knots, or 50 miles per hour. And Tropical Storm Peter was located just about 200 miles to the north of Antigua, or just about 140 miles north of Barbuda. As you can see, it's really close, but yet still we're not getting the type of impacts of this particular storm, which I would indicate in a few minutes. Antigua and Barbuda, we are located right there, okay? And you can see that the storm is also close to Antigua. Here is another tropical storm right out here, Tropical Storm Rose. Tropical Storm Rose poses no threat to Antigua and Barbuda or the rest of the leewards or the British Virgin Islands or islands further towards the west. As I would show you in the next couple of minutes where Tropical Storm Rose is going, you're seeing an area of yellow out there, which we're not focusing on, but I know that many people now are keeping their eyes on this red X, which I will speak about in the next couple of minutes or so. So let's turn our attention to Tropical Storm Peter. Tropical Storm Peter is what we call a sheared storm this afternoon. It is really moving towards a west-northwesterly direction. And as you could see, it's forecast to continue in that direction and take a turn out to sea and really not bother anybody at all. Okay, Antigua and Barbuda, we're located right in this spot right down here, as you can see right there. And as you can see, Tropical Storm Peter located in this spot right now and moving out into the Western Atlantic before heading out to sea right there. So in terms of any tropical cyclone impacts from this particular system, we are not forecasting that it will do anything across Antigua and Barbuda. I'm looking at Tropical Storm Rose right now, and this too is really heading out to sea. As you could see right there, Tropical Storm Rose is heading into a northwesterly direction and heading out to sea also. Antigua and Barbuda, we are located right in this spot right here, and the rest of the Leeward Islands. As you can see, Tropical Storm Rose is over nearly 12 to 1800 miles out there and heading out to sea. So this storm should not necessarily be a bother for anyone here in Antigua and Barbuda and the rest of the Leeward Islands. And that means that we are sitting quite good so far. This is a close-up shot of Tropical Storm Peter right now. Why am I showing this? Is because I really wanted to show a few things. Here in Antigua and Barbuda, here is St. Kitts Nevis and Anguilla, where they're located right here. The British Virgin Islands, they are located in this general spot right there. The center of Tropical Storm Peter, take a look at the swirl that's going on right in this general location right here. You're seeing the swirl coming around like this. This is where the center of the system is. Take a look at all the clouds out into the northeastern area of the storm. Okay, meaning that all the clouds are pushed over to the northeast, meaning that it is being hampered by upper level shear. The winds in the upper levels of the environment are blowing across the system like this. Okay, so all these winds are blowing across the system and pushing all these clouds over to the north. So someone might be asking, why is it that we're not getting the showers? Is because of all the strong winds in the upper levels of the atmosphere has pushed all the clouds over to the north and away from the islands. Would we be getting any rain? We certainly can get some showers, but it will only be with these low-level clouds feeding into the system, which is a weak feeder bands, and those weak feeder bands can bring passing showers, but we are still not anticipating heavy deluge of rain right now, albeit you could still see some showers coming out of it. Okay, in the next couple of hours, Tropical Storm Peter is forecast to continue to move away from the system, and we will be perched in what we call a high pressure range, and that high pressure range is forecast to be with us and not necessarily create much of a bother. So going on into tonight, we're still going to be looking at some the chances of moderate to high chance of showers, but those showers are expected to be generally on the lighter side. Okay, let's take you out into the open Atlantic, and let's get a close and let's get a shot as to where the other areas of interest are. So we just talk about Tropical Storm Peter right inside here, Antigua and Barbuda. We are in this general location. Here is Rose right there. Okay, Rose is heading out to sea. That is not expected to come across us. This is the other area of disturbed weather that a lot of people are focusing on. Over the next couple of days, the National Hurricane Center is suggesting that it will continue to take a track towards the west. And when it reaches in this general location right here, there is going to be something that takes place with it. It is forecast to enter into a weakness in the high pressure range. And from here, expected to take a critical swing out to sea like that. Okay, how will that happen is yet to be seen. Our models are suggesting that this will be the case. When we're asking residents of our Twin Islands state to keep monitoring this area of disturbed weather, because any shift further towards the west, if it takes a late shift, it can easily mean that the northward turn can be delayed and the swing can impact us here in Antigua and Barbuda. I am not suggesting that that will be the case. The more likely scenario is for it to follow into the weakness of the high out to sea and keep on the eastern side of Antigua and Barbuda. Okay, so let me at least show you some of that again right there. So this is the shot that we're looking at, and this is where tropical storm or the area of disturbed weather is located as of right now. Located in this particular spot right here, forecast to continue to move towards the west before taking a swing out to sea and missing the island chain altogether. One thing that I would want to point out, however, take a look at these spaghetti models. These spaghetti models are suggesting that there are ensemble runs, meaning that there are possible options where the storm can go. So it can still go further towards the south. It can still come across as Antigua and Barbuda or head out to sea. So there's such a widespread in this particular modeling. So there is what we call high uncertainty with respect to where it will likely go. But for right now, we're going to be monitoring it, but because the more likely scenario is for it to take a turn out to sea and miss the island chain altogether. That's going to be my forecast for right now, and we will be monitoring it and bring you further updates as it comes to hand, my brother.
Saved by grace, man. Saved by grace. All the all the cyclone development, they are heading off from the islands. Like if the good father is out there just steering them away with a goal. You know, like when you go to look for animals, sometimes you just veer them off of the plantation, keep them to where you want to go. Seems like the great God of the universe is there, taking control of everything.
and by the way, you're so correct, because most of the storms right now are heading off towards the northeast of the island, and that is indicative of a weakened high pressure ridge. That high pressure ridge is actually the steering current for right now, and because it's in its weakened state, most of those storms are evading the islands, and that's certainly good news, because of the fact that they are tending to get a little bit more stronger, albeit that Peter is now suffering from the upper level shear. What will happen out of this area of disturbed weather is something that we are going to be watching very, very closely, because any delay in the turn out towards the north and would mean that it would bring it closer to the island chain. So the next couple of days will certainly be something that we'll be monitoring.
So we'll keep our eyes glued. We'll follow to make sure that we keep the persons informed, all of us informed, so that we can make adequate decision before that impacts us, if it does. I want to thank you for stopping by and bringing our weather update today. And we hope that nothing significant happened that interrupts the flow this week. God bless you. Have a wonderful evening. You're already at home. Don't have to worry about traversing all the way home tonight. So be good and rest well.
Great stuff, my brother. You take care and continue to enjoy your time at home. Hoping and trusting that you're keeping safe from COVID also, okay?